How's it going, everybody? Rob right here today, and we are back with episode number 13 of our Honolulu Hammerheads franchise mode. And today, guys, we are going to be revamping the roster as we are Stanley Cup champions. And, well, we just got to see what we can do to get back to this level. I mean, I don't think a lot needs to change. I'll go ahead and show you guys the lines because this is probably one of the last times I can do that before the offseason kicks in. But as you guys can see, there's definitely room for improvement. We are not like the best team in the league by a long stretch. But we are a good team. We got pieces up and down the lineup that can produce. In goal that's really where I want to upgrade is the goaltending situation. And I feel like the rest of the roster doesn't really need to change. I saw some comments about adding grinders for the fourth line, and I think I'd like to find some. The only problem is Kubalik here. All these guys down here have got longer term contracts. We'll talk about contracts though when we get there. But let's go ahead, get up to the draft and just double check what the draft class is looking like and see where we'll be picking and who we could get. So here you go, guys. Here are the lottery results. As you guys can see, we didn't have a lottery pick. We didn't trade for one or anything like that. New Jersey wins it. Minnesota wins it. And Ottawa jumps from 7. Actually, Minnesota, I guess, loses it because they dropped from 1 to 2. But Ottawa's definitely a winner, going up from 7 to 3. And a lot of you guys were saying, I asked in the last one, who should be the captain when we were lifting the cup? And you guys said Hall. You guys want Taylor Hall to be our captain, and well, I can agree with that. It is definitely something I see being necessary, us to have a captain, and you guys are right. Hall is the guy. Now, you guys also said in free agency that you wanted me to go ahead and get some good veterans and grinders and just guys to fill out the penalty kill and bottom six. So we'll look to do that. We'll see how much we really have to sign. If we have to sign a ton of players, I don't think we do. But let's go ahead and double check right now what the contract situation is looking like. If we're looking at expiring contracts, Dylan Cousins needs a contract extension. What does he want? You know what? 5 by 5.5. Keep him as an RFA. I think I'd do that, considering we have $20 million in cap space or extension dollars. Bozak, maybe. I mean, he had such a good season last year, playing great on that second line for us. Penalty kill, he's still well-rounded. I mean, he's just not physical. Maybe I bring him back. Danton Heinen was good in the playoffs. Was pretty good all season, right? He could be the replacement for Tyler Bozak. Because what is Bozak going to want as far as cap? He only wants $2 million, and Danton Heinen is going to want $2.5 million. Could definitely bring both of those guys back. Sprong is somebody I want to re-sign. I'll give him the 2 years less than $1 million, 100%. Gonna do that deal, and really nobody else is somebody I'm worried about. I mean, Broberg, probably want to bring him back. He wants a 2-way deal, so that's fine with me. We'll give him that. As far as goaltenders, Corey Crawford and Georgiev are expiring. So Georgiev, do I re-sign Georgiev? That is the question. Considering I can get him for 3 years at just $1 million to play backup goaltender for us, he's got medium starter potential. I'm going to offer him that contract for sure. Corey Crawford's 37. I don't think I want to bring him back. He's not going to progress very much for us. But other than that, the expiring contracts are really not anywhere to be found of importance. The only decision I have to make is Bozak and Heinen, and we'll see what happens in the draft with that. But I will see if I can get rid of Corey Crawford here. Now that we're at the draft, we are going to be picking 32nd overall. And man, there are some good guys at the top here. If we go ahead and take a look closer to our pick here, what are we potentially looking at? They're saying to take these guys. I like Kim Bemstrom here. Oh, I actually like Ahmad Betts. Oh my goodness, a 3-bar medium elite defensive defenseman. We could get ourselves a medium elite defensive defenseman that plays like Shea Weber. Oh baby. And then we got a couple goaltenders here that we would have to develop, and a gem. Justin Shepard is apparently a gem. I don't want to get swayed by that, and I don't like the 2-bar potential, so I think I will take that defenseman, but before Ahmad Betts, let's go ahead and find a trade, see if we can get rid of Corey Crawford, if anybody's going to even trade for his rights. Do we have our first? We do have our first. Okay, for a second I panicked there. I didn't think I saw it, but we actually do. We do have potential medium elite goaltender Chip Chura. Brennan Chipchura is 71 overall at 20, looking like he's going to be the goaltender of the future. Jari went up to an 84, interestingly enough. Corey Crawford, Barclay Goodrow, Dustin Buffalo, and Bouwmeester are a 7th. Barclay Goodrow would be a physical presence for that bottom 6. He's a 78 fourth line forward. He fits the third line scheme. I don't think I would not want to do that. The Toronto Maple Leafs were offering their 7th, and hell, if I can get a 7th or something out of the Leafs, let's try the 5th. Why not? We'll just give it a go. They rejected. That's fine. Let's go ahead and grab their 7th. Just get another pick because Corey Crawford is not going to come back. I don't intend on having him come back. Now, I want to look at these trade blocks and see, are there any goaltenders on the block that I could go after? Antti Ranta could be a goalie from the Carolina Hurricanes. Antti Ranta's 83. Yeah, no, he's not the upgrade in net we want. There's Allen here again. Probably not the guy you're looking for. They have no reason to get rid of goaltenders. There's Korpisalo because they got Freddie. Wow, they have a really good goaltending core here. That's ridiculous. But anyway, we'll probably wait for free agency to see about goaltenders. I will bring back Jari and Georgiev. I could always let go of Jari. He's always somebody that could lose out in training camp. But let's go ahead and simulate to. Oh, look at that down there. I just noticed that. Congratulations to Quentin Byfield as he just won the Calder Memorial Trophy. So that's good to see that our rookie won Rookie of the Year, although he's playing on the first line between Granlund and Hall. So, I mean, I can't blame him. Anyway, let's get to our first round pick here. Pelletier, and yeah, let's go ahead and take Betts. Ahmad Betts, medium elite, hopefully defensive defenseman. Left defenseman, 6'1", 192. Let's see, what was he? He was a medium top 4 defenseman, so a little bit disappointing, but hey, it's still better than the things that were picked around him. I don't mind it. It's not the end of the world. Leonard here would have been a good get. I obviously didn't know enough about the draft class around me to move up and make any kind of decision like that. But as far as any other kind of steals, I mean, 16th here, you got Phillips, the center, who's medium elite, which is very good for them. We're not in a position to move up. We're just in a position to keep filling out the lineup here. But Mui here was an 82 overall, medium elite sniper. That is going to be really good for the New Jersey Devils. I'm glad we're in the Western Conference. All right, let's just go ahead. And actually, I do want to double check and see if there's anybody worth moving up for. There's Bemstrom, but like, as I said, he's 3 years away. He doesn't look as good. There's the gem here, Justin Shepard. But by the next time we're going to pick, let's go ahead and see who will be around us. I mean, Yanni Sepinen is low, medium 6. Now, I guess could be something good. He's 3 years away. There's Wade Nightingale, who's 2-bar medium elite. I doubt he's going to be actually medium elite. But then we've got the guys down here. 2-bar low elite, Carlson, the winger. Anybody after that? Not really. There's Mackey. There's a couple medium elite players, but for the most part, I'm not really seeing anybody that jumps off the page as somebody I have to go out and target. Actually, let's double check it and make sure that I am not missing on anything. No surefire elite picks, nothing like that. I'm disappointed that the 3-bar medium elite was not actually 3-bar medium elite. Let's go ahead here. Yeah, it's Bemstrom. It's then just a bunch of shots. So we'll just sim to our pick and see who's there. No reason to move up. Nobody that we wanted to move up for. I guess we should take Carlson, the 2-bar low elite. It's a good enough shot that he could be something. He's 3 years away. He's balanced all across the board. We're going to go ahead and take Johan Carlson, who ended up being, oh man, this is the bad thing about winning the Stanley Cup. He's low top 6 forward. I'll take that. I will take a low top 6 forward there at the end of the second. Let's go ahead and jump to our pick here at the end of the third. A goaltender, Voutilainen just went. Medium starter potential. That's good for them. Goaltender, Jace Gagliardi. I don't know enough about him to actually feel confident about taking him. There's the 2-bar low elite here. He's projected to be in the NHL in potentially 4 years. The defenseman. Anybody behind him, the AHL starter. Low top 9 here. Could be something. He's 3 years away. Kid looks pretty good with, I don't know if he's got an A- shooting. I highly doubt that. 2-bar low elite there again. 2-bar medium top 4D. Probably not. Let's go ahead and just take one of those guys at the top. Probably Austin Coleman. He's a shot. I mean, Jurgen Schmidt, probably the safer of the options, but we're going to take Austin Coleman and hope that we hit on something here. He is low top 6 defenseman, which is not great, but it's not terrible either. Let's see here. Medium, 2-bar medium backup. We can take a goalie, take another one. I know we are gonna have a lot of goalies, but I will take Cal Zibanejad, who is a medium fringe starter. Okay, so he's somebody that we could throw in a potential trade. They want to give us the rights to Sherratt and a 5th. I'm going to say no because I don't really need Sherratt. And then there's Matthias Albion. He's 2-bar low elite, so we could get something nice there. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. I think I'm going to go 2-bar low elite. The potential defenseman with Matthias Albaline? I think it's Albaline. I have no clue how to say his name, and you guys can probably tell that. He is low elite, 54 overall defensive defenseman at 18, so that is good news for us. Hopefully, he can grow and become something. But if we sim to our next pick here, we're just going to ride this one out. 3-bar medium backup, perfect fringe starter. Medium backup won't be higher than a fringe starter. There's Turris. There's LaPierre, who's the 1-bar medium elite. I really doubt he's actually medium elite. But here we got Granlund, Hanu Granlund, who is 2-bar medium top 6. I think we're going to go ahead and take the shot on Hanu Granlund, the center, who happened to be... Madden does this where they show you your prospect right after you draft him and shows them, like, what on the stage, basically. I'd love to see something like that just because I love the streamlined draft approach here, but still, when you're drafting at the last pick of the draft, I kind of want to know who I'm taking and what they were. So that would be great, EA. But anyway, none of these guys really stand out, jump out as somebody I need to take or have to take. So we might just end up taking a shot on one of the guys that are projected to go in this draft that I know nothing about. Uldrich Palat is a center. I would like some more forward prospects out of this class. I'm not going to bother checking too much on him. He is a medium bottom 6 forward. Same thing with Granlund there, guys. So maybe guys that'll fill out the AHL, be a future. Maybe they can grow for us. I'm going to take Blake Gustafson. He's 2-bar medium. I'm probably going to take him. Let's be honest. I'm saying that as I'm scrolling through here. I'm probably going to take him simply because he's 2-bar medium 7th defenseman. He could be top 6 defenseman. Maybe we'll take another defenseman here. He is AHL top 2. Not the end of the world. We get one more pick in this draft. We'll go ahead and take another flyer on somebody. Safronov is, you know what? He's another defenseman. There's another goalie here, but I don't want to take another goalie. We're going to take Leonard O'Brien, I think. I don't know anything about him. There's Brad Irwin. You know, we'll take Brad Irwin. He's got that top 6, 1-bar. I mean, it's probably not accurate, but he's low bottom 6 forward, so it's better than the other guy. But there we go, guys. The draft is complete. Re-sign phase is coming up. Let's go ahead and advance a day. So we need to re-sign our NHL coaches and a bunch of scouts. Here's the re-sign phase. No RFAs. Oh, that must mean the guys accepted their contract extension offers. Georgiev is back. Sprong is back, and Dylan Cousins is back. Love to see that. Philip Broberg is here as well. That is very, very good news. And if we take a look at the contracts, guys, we still have $14 million in cap space without really having anybody expiring. The one decision I do need to make is Heinen or Bozak. I would probably like to move on from Bozak, although he is a 36. He was so good for us during the regular season. And in the playoffs, he even chipped in with a little bit. I mean, 12 points in 21 games on that. I mean, he was very, very good. You guys can see there he was a +5 here, so I would probably like to bring him back. He's still exact top 9 forward. Danton Heinen was good during the regular season. He put up 33 points. Actually, he put up 33 points. Playoffs, he put up 7 points, was a +1. I think Danton Heinen was on the power play a little bit too. But you can see back-to-back seasons of playing not exactly a ton of minutes. He played 10 minutes on both nights and put up 30 points. I'm going to bring back Danton Heinen and let Bozak walk. I think we're going to open up some NHL roster spots there. And he wants 2. Oh, yeah, I can do 3 years at 1.75. We'll see if we'll get him to fight on that. You guys know the goaltending situation. It is Jari and Georgiev again. Jari is now listed as a starting goaltender at 84, but if there's somebody in free agency, I will splash the cash. Who do we want to sign? I probably want to sign Chipchura to play in the AHL behind Gillies. So we'll give Gillies a 2-year deal. There we go. And then we'll sign Chipchura to his entry-level contract, which is beautiful. I'd love to see him come up and be somebody. So we could even go after one of the older guys, go for maybe a 3-year deal on somebody older, 2-year deal, and wait until Chipchura gets here, because Georgiev's here for 3 years. Jari would be here for 3 years. I guess they kind of are the perfect holdover, but I don't want to keep acquiring a goaltender at the draft. Defensively, we've got Dunn. We've got Sergachev, Shea, Tanev, Dunn, Taze, and Bear again. There's Aho here, Sebastian Aho, but not sure if he's going to make it back. We might let Mark Borowiecki go. We'll probably give Ricola a 2-year deal because we'll have Aho, Ricola, Schmaltz, Walensky, Chernak, Broberg. Oh, wow. We'll have Aho, Ricola, Chernak, Broberg, Roy, and eventually Ollie Kerman is going to need to be playing some ice time. Ollie Kerman is coming from... So if I sign him, he has to play in the AHL, but he's 19, 72. I think maybe another season. You guys let me know what I should do with Ollie Kerman, whether or not I should let him play in the AHL or not. Because we got Aho, Ricola, Cernak, Broberg, Roy, and then Ollie Kerman could be the guy. You know what? I think I am going to let him play in the AHL. I think playing in the AHL on a really good roster will help him out quite a bit. I think he's ready for it. He's a 72. His role is a minor top 6 defenseman, so we'll give him that ice time. Other than that, just a couple guys to let go here. Release him and release him. Releasing him. Wow, I have so many draft picks, but I guess that's what happens when you're a bad team to start. Anyway, we're looking at forwards now. Like I said, Bozak, I'm going to let him walk, unfortunately. Just kind of keeping the younger guys, giving them a chance. And, you know, the nice thing is Byfield, our first-line center, is on a rookie deal. Granlund's not signed to a very expensive deal. Gurianov's good for another season. Cousins is now back for $5.5 million, which I think is great. At high top 6, he's a second-line forward without a doubt. Could potentially play on the first line someday. Sorelli, DeBrusque, Heinen's going to come back. Donskoy's somebody that I maybe look to trade, although it's his last year of his deal, so we could maybe more work through it. But Daniel Sprong is here as well. Bailey, we can bring him back for the AHL. Yep, beautiful. He wants an AHL deal. Letary, go ahead and get him. Let's go ahead and sort by potential now so I can make sure that I'm not missing out on anybody that should be playing in the AHL. Gunther, Carlson, no, they don't deserve it yet, or they're not ready yet, I should say. We sort by overall again. As far as the AHL core, it's still looking pretty nice. Reichel, I think I'm going to let Reichel go. And Dreiss, he does not want an extension, so I'm not going to bring back Dreiss. I don't know why he wants an actual NHL contract anyway, but I'll figure out what to do in free agency here, guys, but we'll advance a day. Heinen's back. Ricola is back. Letary, okay. Justin Bailey thinks there's too much competition. He doesn't want to compete. Good for that kid. Still $13 million in cap space and looking very, very good. I don't need to get Justin Bailey back. I can sign somebody in free agency. So I'm going to go ahead and just get to free agency, see what goaltenders are available, because I would like to splash some cash on a goaltender potentially. Oh, shoot. I forgot to renew the coaches and the scouts. They didn't remind me. Well, they did, but I forgot to go do it. So I'm going to go do it now and get our scouts back. And I will catch up with you guys when I'm actually looking at players. All right, guys, I'm done trying to get scouts and stuff. I actually think it's going to be beneficial to the team because I'm getting a bunch of the high-quality scouts this year, believe it or not, and coaches. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe that's the move, to let all you guys expire and then just go get them in free agency. And wow, there are some... You know, I said I was looking for a goaltender, but damn, there are some good defensemen in free agency. Morgan Riley, Klingberg, Letang, all making it to free agency. The prize one is Morgan Riley. One team interested at $13 million for 7 years. Man, that dude is gonna get paid. Goalies, we've got. Oh my God, he's in our RFA. That's unfortunate, but Thatcher Demko would be great, except he's not got that medium elite potential. He's 83 starter at 26. He's not gonna get much better. And you know what? Marc-Andre Fleury is here as an 88 overall goaltender, and. Oh man, Ilya Samsonov. What would it cost me if I gave him the $6 million for 1 year? Oh, I don't have the compensation required. I wonder what I gave up. What would I need? I'm just curious. Pending offer sheet compensation. His $6 million contract would be this year's first and a third this year, which apparently I don't have. Let's double check what I do have. Draft picks. I have a first. I don't have a third. All right, Washington, is he on the block? Do you want to get rid of him? No, you don't, but he is pretty darn cheap. Ilya Samsonov could be a medium elite 85, could be the guy of the future, but we've got our own guy. We've got Chip Chura coming up, so I think the perfect signing would be Marc-Andre Fleury. 88 overall, Marc-Andre Fleury at 37. He might drop off next season, but I think it will be at least safe for this year to have ourselves an elite goaltender. So nobody's going after him. I'll give him a little bit more than... Actually, we'll give him just 2 years at $8 million. What if I gave him 1 year at 7.5? 7.5. We'll see how he does, if he regresses, if he progresses, and how our goaltenders in the system work. But I'll give him the 1-year deal at 7.5. I love that a lot. Much better than a 2-year deal. I know he probably wants the security of a 2-year deal. A 1-year deal is great for me, and I think, you know what? Probably good for him too. There's actually some quality players out here. If I didn't have goalies in the system, I could sign up some pretty good ones, and we sort by potential out here. Anybody come out of the draft undrafted or anything like that? 21-year-old Eriksson here. Albin Eriksson, he's 21. He's only 60. Nobody really too special. Merkley, Bracco, yeah. As far as maybe signing one grinder, I wonder if they exist out here. There they are. There's Andreoff here, Andy Andreoff. There is not a lot of grinders who... Oh, look at that. Dustin Brown. You know what? I could get Dustin Brown on a good contract. At 37, he's a veteran. He's exact top 9. He's probably not going to drop off very much. We'll keep scrolling here for grinders. We've got Cal Clutterbuck, Kyle Clifford. These guys are a little bit younger. Not quite as good, but his 80 overall, I could stick him on the bench, and I wouldn't feel the worst thing about it either. Man, there are a lot of grinders. There's Juha Kaira, I believe is how you pronounce his name. Jujar, I think maybe. Zach McEwen here at 25. Grinder, I don't know. I think Dustin Brown can still contribute. I think maybe putting him on that 4th line would be a really good 4th line. Cedric Paquette, I think, you know what? I'm kind of married to the Dustin Brown idea. So let's go ahead and sort by overall and sort by grinder again so we can hopefully find him quicker. There he is. Yep. He's listed as a 3rd line checking forward. He probably won't drop off anytime soon. I'll give him 1.6 million because we got the cap space, right? So I'll hopefully have him replacing Tyler Bozak on the penalty kill. Danton Heinen could also do that too. But those are my 2 free agent signings that I think I'm going to go after because we just don't have a lot of spaces. Okay, cool. Our assistant coach is here. Our goalie coach is here. Our scout. Okay, I'll let you guys know when something big happens. Here we go, guys. Dustin Brown has accepted the offer. Very, very happy about his offer there. And now the question is, will Marc-Andre Fleury sign his contract with us? Let's go ahead and see goalies. Marc-Andre Fleury has another team interested. I dislike that a lot. And if it's not Marc-Andre Fleury, we're trading for somebody or we're riding it out with the guys we've got. Marc-Andre Fleury is going to reject the offer. I should have probably given him more money. Probably 1 year, $8 million would have gotten it done. But he is going to go to the Calgary Flames. Probably for a 2-year deal. Let's double check if he signed a 2-year deal with the Calgary Flames. So I gave him like one and 7.5 million. He is getting currently 2 years at 7.6. So did I give him 1 year, $8 million? So he definitely wanted the 2-year deal, and I can't be too upset. I didn't want to give him a 2-year deal. He's got no trade value either. So obviously, you know, he's somebody that we could trade for at the deadline, but as far as guys that potentially could be on the block, I don't know if there's many goalies that are on the block that teams are going to want to get rid of that are quality. Corey Crawford goes to the Arizona Coyotes, and we can reassess too, guys. We can reassess at the trade deadline, see if goaltending is still an issue, because Jari increased by an overall point. So hopefully that's the difference maker. Oof. Chicago, you need some goalies. They got Leonard back. They need some goalies there in Colorado as well. Anderson. Oh my God. I guess nobody's signing their backup goalies yet. They've got 2 starter goalies here, but Dubnyk and Lundqvist. I don't really want Lundqvist. Again, it's not that much of an upgrade. I should remind you guys, our goaltender Tristan Jarry is up to an 84 and is still looking pretty nice. His salary at 3.75 is hard to, be upset with that kind of salary, but nobody seems like they really have goaltenders. We can do do a little look through at the beginning of next season, at the beginning of the next episode. But guys, let's go ahead and check out what the lines will be before we get into next season. Here we go, guys. At the start of next season, I'm going to do what I agree with, guys. Taylor Hall is our captain. He's officially the captain of the Honolulu Hammerheads, so that is good to see. Sergachev and Landeskog both have the A's, who I think are fine alternate assistant captains. Anyway, Gurianov jumped to an 86 overall. Byfield's up to an 84. If we go ahead and do that, there we go. Sprong is now looking good at an 82. Dylan Cousins up here with Gurianov and Landeskog. The problem is we have 2 power forwards. We could get a +1. Oh, I don't mind Cousins on the first line there with Byfield and Hall. Landeskog, Granlund, Gurianov. Kubalik should get some more time. We want Brown down instead of DeBrusk. Sprong up for Nordstrom. Sprong, Cirelli, DeBrusk could be kind of fun. We'll flip these guys because they prefer those sides. And then Dominic Kubalik, Joakim Nordstrom, and Dustin Brown. Scratched, we've got Donskoy and Heinen. Why is Heinen scratched? Nordstrom, please hop off. Danton Heinen, please get on. There we go. So Danton Heinen fits the first line, but I mean, moving him around the lineup is not going to do us any better. You guys let me know if you want to see the +3 on the first line there of Hall, Byfield, Granlund, and then have Cousins take over the Byfield role. Not the Byfield role, the Bozak role. Excuse me. We do need some playmakers, though. I'm noticing that we have a serious lack of playmakers. Our only playmaker on the roster right now is Granlund, so that could be something to look out for. But scratch is Jonas Donskoy. Don't know if I want to use him at all. So anyway, let's take a look at the goaltenders. Jari and Georgiev both at an 83-84. Good to see that. Jari they're both listed as starters, so hopefully we see some good goaltending performances this year. And Ethan Bear did not jump, but we're going to go ahead and I think do the same defensive pairings as last year. We're not going to change a darn thing. It was rolling. It was working. On the offense, the only addition here is Dustin Brown, who fits the scheme. We go ahead and take a look at our special teams of Landeskog, Byfield, Granlund, Hall, and Sergachev. That is really nice. That is really, really nice. And then Cousins, Kubalik, Cirelli, Shea, Gurianov. Also very nice. I like it a lot. Is there anybody here that Cirelli doesn't really fit? Who would I rather have playing there than Cirelli? DeBrusk? Oh, Sprong. Sprong might be a good guy to put on there. Sprong here, changing current line. He's a sniper. We'll give him the ice time. Medium top 6 still. Could grow to be a good second liner, maybe a third line sniper. If we take a look at the penalty kill, it's Cirelli and Heinen, and then Byfield and Brown. Byfield doesn't fit, unfortunately, so you know what we're going to go ahead and try? We're going to try some Dylan Cousins there. And it's going to get a +1 because they both fit. Everybody fits. It's just the scheme here. +5 if we move Tanev up, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Brady Shea. So Sergachev, Tanev, Bear. Let's see what Dunn, if he fits. Because we can, yeah, there we go. Dunn does fit. So that's good to see. And instead of Bear, what if we did Taze? Devin Taze, changing current line. Still a +1, so we are going to give Ethan Bear the ice time because he's still medium top 4 defenseman. I don't think he's going to grow. We're hoping he does, but a +5 there on the first one. The 3-man penalty kill, I'm not too concerned about. The 4-man power play, also not too concerned about. Wow, that is just talented. Byfield, Landeskog, Hall, Sergachev, and then Cousins, Gurianov, Granlund, Shea. Ooh, baby, I like that a lot. Anyway, goaltenders is the one area we didn't get to address. Maybe should have thrown more money at there. You guys let me know if I should be chasing the chemistry and get the +1s. I think 88, 84, 86 is fine if it's zeros across the board. I don't really want to move Dylan Cousins down. He's got that high top 6 forward potential. Byfield's got medium elite potential. These two guys are going to be the first and second line centers of the future. Now the question is coaching. Do we find a coach who fits better with the roster, or do we roll with it? I mean, our coach just won the Stanley Cup. I mean, he's a Stanley Cup winning head coach. Gagliardi here is a very, very good head coach. If we look who else is available, Bork is really the only other guy that could be as good as him. He won a Stanley Cup. Who did he coach for that won a Stanley Cup? He with Washington. Okay. The team we just beat. He won a Stanley Cup. Wow. Were they trying to go back-to-back? Interesting. All right. Well, he's got a 65% fit. He fits with Gurianov, kind of Hall, somewhat Landeskog. Fits good with Cousins and Tanev. Byfield, not as much. Joseph here fits with 64%. So, yeah, not looking like we're going to find many better players. Better coaches, I should say. I don't want to go down too far here. Johnson with the forwards, though. I mean, nah. I think I'm going to stick with Gagliardi here. There's really nobody available he's got A+, A on the power play, A on the penalty kill, A- teaching, and A- coaching influence. I mean, he fits 66%. He fits great with Granlund and Byfield. Cousins, not so much, but Cousins is one of those guys that always gets shafted with the generated chemistry. Shea, Landeskog, I mean, he's fine with everybody. He doesn't do anything all that spectacularly. Behind the net, carry, shoot, efficient, balanced, and then overload, carry, cycle, balance. So you would think with his first two there being behind the net and overload, that we'd be able to find players that fit. We do have players that fit. It's not the end of the world that we have a 0 across the board, considering it's such a good, naturally talented line with Landeskog, Cousins, and Gurianov. And Gurianov is looking like he could hit that elite potential. He is 25. He's got another year of growth with an even better Dylan Cousins between him and Landeskog, who actually is up to an 88. Wasn't 87 last year. But I'm going to stick with the Hall, Byfield, Granlund line. It was just too good to pass up on. Gurianov on that first line would be a +5, strangely enough. But Taylor Hall is our captain. He's not going anywhere. He's not leaving. He's 30. He's got 4 more years. I'm happy. I'm very, very happy with the roster. Dustin Brown is the new Grinder acquisition. Maybe we can look to next year for when we reshuffle the roster and really try and build from the ground up. Although, if it's working, it's working, right? But if we take a look at who's expiring, it is Gurianov and Bears year. Jonas Donskoy, I'm going to get rid of him before I can actually, so I can actually do it before he loses all of his value. Let's just double check what he is valued at. If we just sort by salary, he should be one of the first guys. Jonas Donskoy could get us a 6-7, a 5th, 7th, 6-7. Okay, so some low top 9. Nobody really special. Ottawa Senators, Nick Baton, I guess, is a bottom 6 forward. We don't really need bottom 6 forwards, though. We're all set. Vancouver wants him. The 2023 picks. Boston. I'm gonna give him to Boston just because it's not in our division, it's not in our conference, and let's be real, Jonas Donskoy is not going to be the difference maker. But we are going to accept that trade and open up even more space in the cap for us. 17 million in cap space available. Let's double check the AHL roster, whether I have to sign players in free agency or not. It looks like I'm going to have to sign 4 players for free agency, 4 defensemen. Ollie Kerman's in 74 overall. He doesn't fit the scheme here, but he's pinch shoot. And the good news is I'm pretty sure pinch shoot. Oh, it's pinch cycle. Balance cycle, balance. So he'll probably fit on the first pairing okay. But another reason that maybe the next offseason is the season we look for the coach, unless we win the cup again. If we win back-to-back cups, I'm not firing our coach. Like, don't get me wrong. I'd love to get better chemistry, but it's not worth just completely upheaval it would cause. Oh my goodness, is not worth it. And then if we look at our goaltenders, Chip Chura is now up to a 73 minor league backup behind John Gillies, the minor league starter. So things are looking very good for our future. We've got a future goaltender here, hopefully in Chip Chura. Hopefully he plays well. We've got a future defenseman here in Ollie Kerman. If we take a look at who else is in the system, we'll go ahead and take a look at progress reports. I wonder if they reset. They did not, which is great news. Shea, I think, increased. Yeah, he increased statistically, which is good to see. But in the system, taking a look at potential. Chip Chura, we've got Esa Laininen. Brant Clark, I'm worried he's not going to hit his potential here, guys. He definitely doesn't look like he's going to. 55 at 19, unless he absolutely takes off this year. There's been no growth to be spoken of from him, unless maybe I have to sign him and then he'll start growing. Give him that ELC, not the main roster, but in the system. Yeah, he's not got a contract yet. He could be somebody we look to move on to get that goalie, but you guys let me know what you think I should be doing. I want to hear your thoughts and comments down there in the comment section. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want to see some more, and I will see you guys in the next one.